Hello, we're the August 1823 Stitchers. That's Angie.
That's Sally.
And this is Gus. Today is November 5th, 2025, and this is our WIP Parade. WIPs are works in progress. And since we are the August 1823 Stitchers, we are
Crazy for cross stitch.
So, like I said earlier, it's our WIP Parade. Gus is going to get his treat, and then we're going to let him go down because that's what he likes to do. I have 32 works in progress.
And I have 20.
So at the beginning, I'm going to do 2 for every one of Angie's. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and then we'll just go back and forth because it'll give us a chance to. I've unzipped or opened everything, but I haven't taken everything out because it's too many to do that with. So the first thing I had to show, and I apologize for the torn pattern. I was dog sitting and some of the dogs kind of attacked it. It's a jungle baby animal sampler. I have a great nephew. He was born on October 30th. He weighed 8 pounds, 6 ounces. He was 20.5 inches long, and his name is Jack. And if you have been with us for a while, you've seen the progress I've made. That's it. That's where I'm starting. But obviously, it will get done. It's a lot easier than the one I did for his older brother. So it will get done. But that is just done with the kit, Ada, and threads. And it's a pattern from Craftworks. And I bought it on Amazon. Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and show another one. This isn't the... I made a list, but I'll be flipping off the list. Flipping the pages. The next one I had to show is Rachel Sheard. It is a Hands Across the Sea pattern. I got it in a Shakespeare Peddler sampler box a few years ago. And it's being done on, it looks like mushroom Lugana. And yes, I paper taped the page. And I'm almost halfway done. So that's as far as I've gotten. And it's using DMC. All right, Angie, you're up.
Okay, my first one. These are not in any order.
Right. Notice I didn't say start date because I don't keep up with that too much.
So the first one I'm going to cover is the first one I see. And it comes from Emma Congdon's Cross Stitch the Earth book. I call it Native Proverb because the quote says Native Proverb under it. And I chose to do this in August for any WIP with the whales. It was a new start in August. And I really haven't done much work on it. So here it is right now, just this little itty bit. I can't see what I'm doing.
There you go. Here, scoot it this way.
See it. Yeah. So that's all I've got is the baby whale and a little bit of the water that it's swimming in. Hope to make a lot more progress this year. It's in the Great British Baking Sale. Great British Bake Off, Sal.
There you go. I'll do that later. Excuse me, Gus. Scoot back, bud. All right. Next up is Peacemaker Angel by Teresa Kogut. It's a beautiful, practically full coverage. Obviously, this background here around the edges is not. And I'm stitching this on an 18 count white Ada with the called for DMC threads. And I have not put any more work in it since the beginning of the first time I showed it. This past year I had, I put on a wheel WIPs and new starts, and I was doing pretty good monthly working on those, but the last couple of months I have not. But there she is. She's almost half done. And I have a dog trying to get in my lap here.
He's done with his treat already, so he's ready for more attention.
All right, come on, Gus.
The next one I have is a restart that I did. Originally I had it on yellow fabric, and now it's on Mystery Ada, I believe.
I think, is that the stuff that comes from Michael's that's pretty colored?
Yeah, it's that.
Printed on one side and on the other.
And they don't have they don't have a name for the colors or anything. But I think it's working out really well on this purplish fabric. And I got a lot done. I started this for Clemson for the gridiron grind, and I've done this since the football season started, so that's pretty good, I think.
Gosh, you have that.
Clemson just scored 46 points,
45
points this last time, and that's 450 stitches or 4.5 hours. So I'll get a lot more done, and I need to do it before this weekend when hopefully they'll score a lot more so I can get more done on this. This is what it's supposed to look like. I'm sorry I forgot to show you this. It's a Ukrainian pattern that I won from Stitched by Tatiana, and she said just buy a pattern from mybobbin.com, and this is the one I chose. So.
Okay. Alrighty. So this next one I started several years ago, and it is the Currents and Tides sampler by Barefoot Needle Art. It's one of the, well, it's copyright 2021, so it tells you how old it is. And I'm using the called for colors that they gave on the back for the most part. I may have thrown in some of the DMCs that they suggest, but there's some of them that there is no DMC conversion. So it's on a piece of 32 count vintage country mocha, and I don't iron until I get ready to fully finish, and that's how far I am. So I'm almost to the bottom on the, what is that, left hand side. Oh, I got to get another one, don't I? It's a little not as easy when there's a dog laying on your lap. And this next one is the one I'm supposed to be working on this month. It is the Tiny Modernist. I think it's the 2020. It's the 2022 Christmas style. And well, that's not the cover page. That's the first part of the cover page, but I've got the last page to show. I don't want to show you the pattern, obviously. It was a stitch along. That year she had like a snow globe thing, the Halloween or the snow globe. Anyway, you get the idea. Here's part one, and it's sorry for the glare. That's what it looks like. Obviously, all the parts have been pulled out, and here's where I am. I'm working, this is on a 32, and yes, there are hanging threads, and there are needles and all kinds of stuff. This is on a 32 count limestone Lugana, using the called for DMCs, and that's where I am.
Pretty far.
Well, almost finished with the first part and into the second part, but now that it's all out, it's just easier just to keep going. Because the first part came down with the base of the snow globe. All right, and that was 2, was it not? Or was that 1?
I don't know, you don't have them numbered?
I do, but they're all out of order. I didn't put them in order over here, and so I didn't mark them off.
I don't know. I think that was 2.
That was 2 because I did the, yes, I know what I did.
Okay.
Keep going. I'll find
the next one I have is my oldest WIP right now, and it's called He Watches Me. One that I've finished before, but the cat peed on it, so I'm redoing it. I got this from Dixie Darling because they generally do the Foxwood Crossing patterns. That's their patterns. This is on, I don't know what count, Misty Blue Ada by Blue Ridge Linens or whatever. There's some people say it's 14, some say it's 10. I don't care. I don't know. Sallie and I are kind of in competition. She's doing His Eye is on the Sparrow. I'm doing the song His Eye is on the Sparrow with this pattern. And we're both at 60% of our patterns. And I still think she could finish hers before mine because hers, even though it's humongous, she's more monogamous than I am. And
not at the moment, I'm not.
I finally finished that jacket. Took 2 years. The first time I just sped through it, but I was monogamous back then, and it took me 3 months to do it, and I did it during my school holidays during the summer. And I started it right after school, and I finished it right before school started again. And then the cat peed on it. And ever since then, I've been trying to get it redone. because I really want to have this one. So anyway, that's where we stand with that one. I still think Sallie's going to finish before me.
Only if I quit everything else. I got ornaments to get done for gifts.
That jacket was a problem because it's watercolors. Caron watercolors, and it's a mess. So.
All right. Well, my next one was a Embroiderers Guild of America petite project, and 2 years ago or last year we did black work. Yeah. Assisi, we did different techniques. That was 2 years ago. Sorry, and this was the Assisi dogwood pattern, and I'm stitching it on Laura's fabrics in pink. It came in a Black Needle Society box, stitched like a flamingo, and I'm using the variegated pink floss is Flamingo by Live and Die in LA, or Live and Die LA, and then the background is the variegated gray from DMC, and that color number is 53. Okay. Shove that down here. And then another, no, I'm gonna do fish and chips, which I should have stitched on last month and I didn't. But here's my fish and chips. It's a long dog sampler. Here's the pattern. I'm working on 18 count sand by Fiber on a Whim using DMC 958. And here is where I am, and I'm almost finished with. They're only 6 pages if I'm not mistaken, and so I'm almost. Let me fold that back a little bit better. This is a beautiful piece of fabric. Yeah, I'm to the edge on the top row, so the top row is finished, and I'm working in the middle. So I don't have a whole lot more to go in the scheme of things. All right, that's 2.
Okay. My next one is from the Sunday hymns.
I think it's, yes.
By Heartstring Samplery book, and I can't find the book. It's here somewhere in this room, but I can't find it. So I'm just going to show you this. I'm more than 50% done. I'm hoping to have it finished before the end of the year because it's on my year of WIPs, and it would mean number 7 of my year of WIPs as far as how many done out of 10, and I really want to get to 7. So the words say, "Love so divine demands my soul, my life, my all," and it's from, I think, the 3rd verse of that song, and it's my favorite verse. So, and it's very prim, and I changed the colors to, I know that yellow is 444 for one thing, and the words were supposed to be in brown, and I made them purple. So I really brightened it up because I'm not a prim person. So, and I have my needle minder on backwards.
Yes, you do.
So
Yeah.
it says, "Oh, happy place."
Yes, it does.
Don't know where I got it from, but I love it.
When you moved in here, it was the keychain, and it broke. Part of it broke, so I made a needle minder for you.
That's where I got it from.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, now we can start just alternating.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'll go with my next one was also an Embroiderers Guild project. Our region has some mini seminars, and so many years ago I took this class. I was not a stitcher who stitched on linen at the time, but I have since. Oh, that's not my cover page. I knew I had my cover page in here. It is called the Love and Laughter Sampler, and it's designed by Denise Harrington Pratt. And she gave us 2 pieces of linen, one to do like a bookmark, and then the other one to do the full piece. Well, I jumped in and started the full piece. And the copyright on this, I think, is 2012, maybe. But it is very crunchy linen, and back it's 36 count, and because it's a loose weave, it's 2/2. Let me fold that up just a little bit. So it's got a beautiful border, and then the house. And I love building houses because they're kind of meditative. when you think about it. But it's, it mainly uses anchor threads. It was whatever was in the kit, and she liked the anchor because anchor has more shades of purple than DMC does. And, you know, purple is my favorite color. Although I'm wearing pink today, but it is what it is on that one. So,
It's very pretty. I love those colors on it.
I have no idea what that is. Well, thank you. Okay, next, Angie.
Well, I didn't have it on my list, so now I have
Sorry,
21 whips.
Oh,
This is Mantis Life by Ink Circles. It's another one that I won. This one I won from Stitching by the Shore, who said I could buy any Ink Circles pattern or $10 toward any Ink Circles pattern. $12, and I only spent 10. And this says love, pray, eat, and it's a pun on the book Eat, Pray, Love. Only pray is P-R-E-Y, and the female eats her mate after having sex with her, and
keeps the male
that's why it's
population down.
Eat, Pray, Love. So this is I'm using Autumn Sun Barefoot Needle Arts fabric with DMC, and I did the word eat. I did 2 of the 3 borders, and I've started the female. So that's where it stands. Why I have a sea turtle in there, I don't know, but
It's probably whatever you found at the time.
whatever I had.
All right. Well, my next whip, it's Frosted Pumpkin Snow Globe kit that came out a few years ago. I know just recently they did a Halloween similar, but it's Halloween patterns, but it's still snow globes. And I've been working on the Rudolph one. Oops. Let me find it. There he is. The kit came with the floss and the perforated paper. And so I put washi tape around my perforated paper. I also use a wooden magnetic hoop to hold it because I like to stitch with my stand. And this is as far as I've gotten. I'm almost through the top part of the snow globe. Just have to go around Rudolph. And there are 3 more in this
I think
kit.
Adelaide is stitching those.
Or is she doing the Halloween ones?
She's doing the Halloween ones, but I think she's also
Doing
planning on the Christmas ones
Okay.
too.
All right.
The next one I have is from Teresa Kogut. It's Wilbur, the pig in Charlotte's Web. And I remember my 4th grade teacher reading Charlotte's Web to us and loving it. I lived on, a place with animals and stuff, so I understood the whole farming process, and so I really got into the book. So when I saw it, of course, I had to get it. Now, this is on 14 count, Picture This Legacy.
Picture This Plus Legacy.
Picture This Plus, and it's called Legacy. And it has DMC, Weeks Dye Works, and Classic Color Works. I'm not a big fan of specialty threads, but it's upside down.
There he is.
This is where I am. I've got the left ear done, and that left ear took a lot of work and a lot of frogging. But I think when I was looking at the pattern, I think that had the most confetti. So there's 8 different shades of pink in there with something else.
I'm sorry, my lap was getting rather warm with gusts.
And in fact, I bought some fabric yesterday that I think could do as a back for if I make it into a pillow. So
Okay.
excited about that.
If you make it into a pillow.
Yeah. Well, I have a finisher.
All right, I don't have a cover picture for this one because it was a stitch along when I started it, but it's a Little Dove. Oh, yes, I do. Sorry, I lied. It's a Little Dove Designs, and it's the sewing room. And when I started mine, I did not start it on that dark of a fabric. I started it on it looks like it's just a off-white ecru. And anyway, yeah, I don't have, wait, I do have a note on it. I used 18 count ivory, and I'm just using the called for DNC. And here's where I am. I got through to the cat in the books. And there we go. The white shows up good when you're looking at it in person, and it's got some back stitches, so you can tell that it is white.
Okay, so make that 22. Because I
found
just found
something?
another one that's not on the list. Because I thought this one was going to go on our both of us list. Like, you know, when we had doing a list for both of us working on it. Because
well.
you're doing the embroidery dragon, I'm doing the coffee
But we're not
dragon.
doing the same. It's not like you're stitching and I'm stitching.
So I
it
forgot
too.
to add it to my list. So here it is. This is the coffee dragon. Both of us decided to do a dragon in support of Lancashire Stitcher, Lynn, who got a bad comment, and so she started a style called Dragon Stitch for Mom. So we found these on Etsy. I don't know who is the Ribka, R-Y-B-K-A, Ribka Stitch. So I've been working on the face, and this is what I've got done. It also is on Autumn Sun. I just love this Autumn Sun Barefoot Needle Arts for yellow. I like it because it's not lemon, which a lot of yellow is, and I just think it works for a lot of things. So I'm looking forward to working on this some more. And it's done with DMC. And Sallie gave me the needle minder, that little dragon's eye.
Well, we were starting it together, so I figured we needed something. It was easy peasy. I was in Sumter at the Michaels because I jumped to the dentist. Or maybe in that Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure. I have a thread that's in the way. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the next one I have to show is my Temperature Wander with me. I'm doing the cat version, and I'm caught up to last Wednesday. I sat and just, that's why the work on my, his eyes on the sparrow is taking a back seat right now. But, anyway, I know, I should have taken it out of the hoop. So we are getting cooler high temps now in South Carolina. Well, I live in Florence, Angie lives in Hartsville, and I'm about an hour and a half from the coast. And so Angie's about 2 hours from the coast because she's 30 minutes from me, further inland. And so here is my progress so far.
You need to put the design board behind it.
Probably. It's hard to tell. The lighting is not
through.
the best right now because, you know, we finished up daylight savings time Saturday evening. So the sun is moved to the west. There we go. So you can see that big loop in the middle, and it's got some of that blue green and the greens because we had some lower high temperatures, because that's what we stitched. We stitched high temperature for the day. We won't ever get into the lavender though. I'm not sure what number it is, but this was 11s, and I mean it was a variety. 11's a light green color, so that's where I am on that. That should be finished by the end of the year. That's our hope. I mean, I'll be stitching the last temperature on the 31st, but it's fine because what else will I be doing? Not a lot. I'm a homebody for the most part.
I wrote down the wrong fabric for this. I had Rogue right, but I had the wrong color.
Gotcha.
Okay, so my next one is Flea Market Flowers. And I really love this. I bought this pattern in 2022 and I saw it on Fat Quarter Shop. But I knew I didn't want to do the pink flowers because I wanted to do this in memory of my mom, who died when I was 11. So she's been gone 51 years now. And so Memory at Barefoot Needle Arts helped me change the pinks to purples. And there were some other colors that needed to be changed, like these browns. No. These browns aren't working. So I don't like brown flowers. That means dried, dead flowers to me. So I had to change some stuff. But because of all the changes, it took me a year before I could even start it. Also, this is on 14 count Morning Mint by Rogue. And I'm using Egyptian cotton from Temu, where they had a deal where you could buy 447 colors for like $20 some. And I did it and put them all on floss drops. They're really soft and they're fluffier than DMC. So when I use 14 count, the coverage is better. And you probably can't see it on this, but this flower was done with DMC. everything else has been done with the Egyptian cotton, and I really feel like this flower has less coverage than like this flower with the same colors. So I'm really liking how this is turning out. You can see the pinks change to purples on this one and this one here. And the needle minder comes from, what's her store? Berry Patch on Etsy. She has these earth magnet needle minders. They're small, which I kind of like, and the earth magnets are really strong and hold the needles on really well. So Berry Patch on Etsy has some really cute little needle minders. So that's Flea Market Flowers by, I forgot to say, by Lori Holt of Be In My Bonnet.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was It's So Emma.
I did too.
Lori Holt. Okay.
Oh, sorry. All right, so the next one, all right, last year I went camping with a friend of mine and her husband, and we went to Ohio to see the eclipse, because in Ohio they got the total eclipse. In Florence we got partial eclipse. But he has a cousin that came down from Michigan to join us for the retreat.
Look what I just found.
You found, your pattern you've been reading.
And his name is Jesus.
That's an interesting place to put it. Well, the book is somewhere in here, I know. But it's a blue flower pattern. I got this at the, I paid $1 for the pattern. I got it at the Habitat Restore in Hartsville. And it's on a 14 count, looks like a sage green type fabric. And that's where I am. I'm not very far, but I did get the boat with the ducks. You see this. It's not the softest Ada here. Here we go. So it's not easy to see, but there we go. Because it's, I know I should have taken it out of the hoop because I haven't worked on it in a while. But there it is. The fire was fun to do.
Okay, the next one I have is in a bag that Sallie made me. I'm now to the bag part, so you may hear me zipping or unzipping.
Now leave them unzipped because we're going to take pictures of them.
Oh, that's right. And I found this fabric, Fruit of the Spirit fabric, which I thought was perfect for my Christian ones. So anyway, I also got a free pattern from Joyful Expressions because I was watching Stitching Mommy and she was stitching this pattern and told us how to go to Joyful Expressions, sign up for the newsletter, and you get free patterns all the time. Mm-hmm. And she was working on this one. And I wanted to do it, but of course I wanted brighter colors because again, I'm not dark and prim and all that stuff. So this is what I came up with. I've got a navy, red, and a gold that I'm just alternating the colors as I go along. I just decide as I go along what I'm going to put where. And I was doing really good with this when I was doing it on Sabbath stitching, but I got away from doing just Sabbath stitching, so I need to get back to it. Once I finish When I Survey, especially, I'm going to finish that first before I get back to this one, and then I'll go back to this one and work on it. So okay, so that's His Name is Jesus by Joyful Expressions. It's just a white Ada with 3DMC colors.
Okay, let me see. I found my page with this on it. It's further back because it was this next one is a Dimensions kit. It's a beach scene inside of a Christmas ornament, and here is where I've gotten. You can see the outline of the chair forming, and that's probably about it. But it's on the kit fabric. It's a blue 14 count, blue, light blue Ada with the call for the threads that were in the kit.
Okay, my next one is Summer Quaker by Leela's Studio, and I want to show you the pattern. This is a terrible printing of what it looks like. And most of you probably know what it should look like anyway. I am going to change the mermaid to orcas because I don't really do a whole lot of mermaids. And so I found this little pattern just called Flippin' Orcas on Etsy. And I'm using this one first, and you'll see it in what I'm about to show you. Oh my goodness. When you have big projects like this, it takes a lot to get it all untangled. Okay, so I finally finished the big gray whale, first of all. That took forever. And I was doing in August, I did any whip with the whale, and I started big gray, and it's taken me all this time to get him all filled in. And I did the fish, and then I've been working on the Flippin' Orca. So here's the first one, and I hope to get at least one, if not both of them, into this little vignette or whatever it's called. This is
Gus is having problems today.
This is done on 18 count Arial, A-E-R-I-A-L, and I don't know who by because I didn't write that down.
Plus.
And it's just done with DMC. And some of it's really old DMC, so like the fishes aren't really the colors that you know, look like on the pattern. So, but I'm just using my old DMC up, so I figured they look like fish colors anyway, so I used them. And this year I also finished that crab, and I did all this green and all the seaweed, and so basically August to now is all the work I've done on it this year. It's Summer Quaker by Lita Studio.
Oh, Gus.
Are you coming over here?
He's ready to come see his mama. Aunt Sally's not doing it for him now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, the next piece that I have is the Heirloom Nativity Sampler by Victoria Sampler. And some people are familiar with this. Our friend Candy has stitched this twice. I did I did not buy the pack, the silk pack or the floss pack that she offers because they are very expensive. So I just went through and made my own conversion, and here is where I am. The angels are done. The top part's done, except for there may be, I'm not sure. And then I've got the shepherds. I was like, what are those things? The shepherds. So I guess that's about halfway. I do not plan. Thank you. I do not plan to do the hardanger at the bottom. So I'm gonna cut mine off right here. We're not gonna do this part down there because I'm not putting all that work in and then know that I count, and I screw up. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
It's beautiful cut work, but I am not good at that because I don't practice it, because I don't like it. And so therefore, I mean, I love the effect. I just don't like stitching it. So that's where that's going to be. It's going to cut. I'm going to cut it off.
Okay, you got to get down because I cannot. I'm not Sally. I can't hold you and do all this. Not happening. Okay, so my next one is the Beatles, which Sally and I are both doing, and we're both started at different places and
on different fabrics.
Found this on Etsy, designed by Tina Shopman, and there was somebody else associated with it, but I can't find them, so.
I can't remember either.
Anyway, that's what it looks like. And I love all the songs that are inside of it. You have to look to see. I mean, the Yellow Submarine is obvious, but all the other songs, you know, if you look at them, Strawberries Forever, there's all kinds of them in there. And down the rainbow is the name, each color is the name of one of the Beatles. And so I started with the rainbow, and I'm doing this on I didn't write it down.
You didn't put it in here either?
it just says beetles.
Oh.
Because I thought, anyway, this is, I think this is blush.
Yes, that sounds about right.
And I have my Winnie the Pooh on there. I don't know why. So that's where we stand on the beetles. Mm-hmm. And I want to at least finish the rainbow. I would like to finish the rainbow by the end of the year, but we'll see. I've got the green finished. And I started pink and I started orange, but I don't know. We'll see. And this is in a bag that Sallie got me for my birthday, mm-hmm. that we got from Barefoot Needle Arts. I like these envelope bags that Barefoot sells because they have a reasonable price and they do the same job, and you don't have to listen to zippers when I'm doing a Flosstube.
Yeah, it's just Velcro.
So,
well, the next piece. This is one of the bags I made. I like the full fabric because it's easy for me to make, and I used Celeste Creates bag tutorial. And this piece I'm stitching. It was a stitch along in the summer a couple of years ago. Mystery stitch along, and I'm not sure what the date is because I'm too lazy to look for it. But it's Tiny Modernist, and it's called Sweet Summertime. And I really like the bus, the Volkswagen, the Beetle bus that's on there. And I haven't gotten very far. And I can't tell you what this piece of fabric is because I bought it at a Embroiderers Guild chapter sales thing. So this is as far as I've gotten. A little bit of the border, the sun. That's it. But it's fun. And, you know, it's just something I can pick up and go. Looks like it's a 32 count is about all I can tell you.
Okay, again, I didn't write down the fabric anywhere, and I don't have the fabric card in here, but I know this is a green.
Yeah, it's green.
And all this is the beginning of the donkey biscorn use. So I did the most important part and got the straight stitch done around the borders so that when both sides are done, I can stitch it together. And I did the first 6 stitches on the hoof for the first donkey. So I'm hoping to get one donkey done by the end of the year. We'll see. But this is what the donkey biscorn U looks like. It's by Tiny Modernist. And I did write down it's 16 count, and I put mystery green because I don't know where it came from. It was just a piece that I had. So anyway, I think these Tiny Modernist biscorn U's are so cute, and she has just about every animal you could think of. And reasonable prices, so I was very pleased to get this pattern.
All right, this next pattern I do not have a cover photo, and there's not a whole lot to see, but Angie talked about her dragon with coffee. Well, mine is dragon with embroidery. I'll just show you what pattern, and it's by WIP. I just have my working copy. I'm not sure why I don't have the whole thing in there, but I have the face done, and I was beginning to work on his wings up here. So there he is, and it's a 16 count Ada. It's Swigert. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and that's the price. And it's the cardboard DMCs. There are some quarter stitches in that piece, and since I'm doing an Ada, it's a little bit harder. But I use a fairly sharp point, and so pointed needle, so it works okay. Gives it good detail.
Okay, this is my second oldest project. I started this in 2020. I know this because I have the receipt for all the threads. Because this is a mix of DMC, Weeks Dye Works, all kinds of different ones. If you look down the list,
show it.
Like this list right here,
that's the
Classic Color Works. It's just got a whole bunch of different threads, and so it's a big old mix.
Well, for the background in those, I used the overdyes because it just gave it a nice variation.
I am down in the fall block right here. I've already finished the spring one, and I've done the bumblebee, the center one, and the little pumpkin. So I got these 2 little ones to go, as well as fall and winter and summer.
Okay.
So, anyway, this was my first time using any kind of specialty threads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never used anything but DMC. And, oh, I don't know why I zipped that. That was a bad thing to do. Anyway, this is where I am right now. You know what? I really need to take this off because
so we can see it.
you need to see the spring. The spring is absolutely gorgeous, and you need to see the center.
They are. It is. Can you get it? You want me to help?
I think if you get that top one off, you get most of it. So
There we go.
yeah. And this is
Yeah, there you go. Or
this
I'll
is
take
on
this one off.
14 count moss celadon, but I don't know who from. It's just called moss celadon.
I think it's just a sweater color.
Okay.
There you go. That should do it, don't you think?
Yeah, I think that's plenty. Well, I thought I was working on the fall octagon. I got this octagon started over here and finished it, and I went, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong side of the fabric. So I had to go over here. So this, I started this in October. I started this. So, but anyway, if you see the whole thing, there's spring. And the center block, you see the bumblebee and the pumpkin. I'll tell you, this is Tiny Modernist. These little octagons are full coverage, so they will take some time to do. There's some intense stitching. And I'm hoping this next year is going to be on my year WIPs, and I'm hoping to finish the other 3 octagons and stuff. I'm going to really concentrate on this one next time. So that was Every Season by Tiny Modernist.
Oh, sorry. Well, the next piece I have to show is Lindy's Stitches. Edna Goes to Brunch. A few years ago, she had a competition, and people sent in pictures, and then she picked one, pictures of birds, obviously, and she picked one, and then she charted it and called it Edna Goes to Brunch. And I bought I bought the bag, the kit. I bought it as a kit. Well, it had the overdyes in it, the pattern, and this is a 805 stitcher bag. It was cute. The bird watcher, and it's got the binoculars. It's hard to see because there you go, the binoculars as a charm. So it was called, I'm not sure which month, it was called Superior. Oops. And I have gotten about half of it done. The bird, Edna, is finished. This is on a piece of 32 count mint splash, Lugana. I think it's the called for fabric. But just, it's a light. It gives it a good, I like it. But yes, the bird's finished. And the vine outline is done. There's some pictures. There's some blooms to put on it. My favorite part's the little back stitching up here at her head, on either side of her head, about where her ears are. It's a fun stitch, but I have not worked on it since one of my dog sitting jobs.
Okay, so I have the dog park that Sallie did the cat one earlier, and I'm doing the dog one by Stitch and Mommy. It's called Walk With Me, if you look it up. And I've got it on Seafoam by Barefoot Needle Arts because I wanted kind of a green with a little bit of a brown grunge to it, like a dog park would be. And so I've got it here. I'm only through September. I'm behind. I had a feeling I would get tired of doing all these paw prints. I'm not a very repetitive stitcher, so I'm having trouble. But I am going to get at least the paw prints caught up. But the path and stuff I'm not going to be able to do until January and February probably. That's a lot of stitching. So anyway, I'm just concentrating on the paw prints and these little things. There's a hydrant that I can put in here and a dog bone up here. And there's a little doggy up here. So there's 3 little, whatever these are called, little moments that aren't paw prints that I'm looking forward to.
Decorations, I guess.
So,
yeah. And
I got this from Mad for Minders, I believe, this dog. Life is Better with Dogs needle minder. So.
My next piece, Angie and I started this for our 1-year floss anniversary, and also in honor of the year of the dragon, and it is Enchanted Realms by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It was a stitch along, and there you go. I'm sure some people are familiar with it. I'm doing it on a piece of hand-dyed purple fabric I dyed myself. It's a Lugana, 28 count. And I'm not quite through with the dragons, but I am finished with the mermaids at the bottom. And that's as far as I've gotten. I haven't pulled it out in a while.
Did you already show the picture of what it looks like?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Then I don't have to. Since
correct. I don't have to pull it back up.
it's huge. I just show what
and
I did.
And that's my progress. You're further along
and
this than I am.
This is my progress. I finished the dragons and most of the mermaids. Dragons? They're dragons, right?
Yes,
yeah.
dragons.
Okay.
That's why we're doing it, because
so,
it had a dragon in it.
Another one that I hope to get done. I don't know if it's going to be on my year whips though. So I love this little cute dragon needle minder. And then I stitched the A down here, and Sallie made the button needle minder with it. And that's about it. And Sallie gave me the grime guard too.
I sure did. So. Yeah, because it matches one of the bags. It's a Garon stitchery.
And she made me this bag as well.
Oh, I did. Well, my first was, that one's just got the zipper at the top. That's not the very first one. The first 2 bags I ever made, I followed Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, but that was just too fussy. I like a front aligner, a back aligner, and you put it all together. So my next piece is Resting Beach Face by Hands On Design. I've had this for a very long time. And I also have Resting Stitch Face. I do not have the witch one though. This is on a piece of 20 count overdyed Ada by a company that no longer dyes fabric. And here's where I am. I've got the hat, the ribbon, and the top of it. Well, at least through the sunglasses. It's so much fun, and it's adorable because it's on 20 count. It's so tiny. It'll make a cute ornament. It's about that size.
This was my first PDF. I bought it in 2021, 2020, right before COVID. Whenever
COVID started 2020, basically.
But I didn't start stitching it until 2023 when I did my 6 for 60. I love the saying. It says, life isn't about waiting for the winds to change. It's about learning to adjust your sails. And I love the colors. I love those teal colors and stuff that's in it. So anyway, I don't know why I'm not further on this, and I'm going to put it on my year whips. I don't know if I can get it done next year, but I'm going to put it on my year whips. Anyway, I've got this on Stormy Gray. What's this fabric that's one color on one side and white on back? What is it? Fabric? Is it Fabric Flare?
Fabric Flare.
Fabric Flare. And I switched the blues to 4025, I believe it is. The new DMC variegated, and it's perfect for the waves. I just love this thing, so I think I'm going to have fun working on it next year once I get done with what I have on my year whips this year. So this is my 6 for 60, and I have 3 left out of the 6 that I started. I will have 3 left when I finish the year, and so this one will be on that list. Summer Quaker will not be, because it's going to take forever.
It's going to take forever. So. Well, my next pattern is Beaker, and I think it is by, it says Beaker Meat, because that's the sound he makes. He and Dr. Benson Honeybean are Muppets. And anyway, it's designed by Fiddlesticks AU.
Oh, shoot.
There we go.
Zipper just went off.
We'll figure out what we can do with it later. There he is. And this is as far as I've gotten. I chose not to stitch the background. It's actually a full coverage. So I chose to use a peach. Wait a minute. Let me find my information real quick. It's on this list. Let's see. 28 count peach rose Lugana, and then the DMC. That saved me from having to stitch all that background because it's designed on white. But there we go. I'm on, I've been working on his eyes last time, but it's been over a year since I worked on him because I worked on him at the Privies and Prims retreat, and they laughed at me because they said it looked like something else because I was working on it upside down, so I could get to it very easily. This is a bag I made. It's got coffee liner and coffee cups. One of my smaller bags.
Okay, so this is the first bag she ever made for me. This is the first one you made.
Yes.
And I have fish and chips in this one. We both started fish and chips. But
Yes.
I did a restart because originally, somewhere on here, I have the original piece. I was using black on this fabric. And I don't even know if I have the fabric written down. I have it on this. Nope. I have fabric written down for this. It's Bee Stitch Me. I forget what it's called, but it's Bee Stitch Me.
Oh, you're blue.
And I'm using 02. I didn't want to use pure white because I'm not really a fan of white stitches, but I'm using 02.
Wait, is that the right way?
I think so.
Or is it this way?
Oh, there we go. You were showing the back. The back looks like a whale. Okay, so.
Well, the front looks like a whale, too.
Anyway, this was on my August whale of whips, and I started in August. So that's how much I got done. Actually, I got that done in August, and I haven't touched it since. Another one that I hope to work on. I'm not sure I'm going to put on my year of whips, because it's another one I'm not sure I can get done in a year. Not with everything, not with 20-some projects. Plus, I have starts I want to do.
Oh,
so.
yeah, I have a buku of starts I want to do. Well, my next whip is Spring Quaker by Primrose Cottage. It's designed by Lindsay Waite. I am stitching it on 18 count mushroom Ada using the classic Colorworks Blooming Crocus. And here's how far I am. I went with the 18 count. She called for, she stitched it on 28 count, which would have been like 14, but I went 18, so I didn't have to use it. I bought 2 of the classic Colorworks, and I think I can get it because I'm using 1 strand. I think. No, I'm using 2 strands because I like the coverage of 2 strands on 18 count. Okay, Gus, I see we are back.
Yeah, it's not that he wants to be a star of the show, he just wants attention.
But he picked the wrong time to get that attention. Yeah. There we go, baby. Don't
Watermelon Crawl by Counting Petals is my next one. I barely got a start on this. I started it this summer and I just didn't make it past the ants, honestly. So, this is on 14 count Light Euphoria by Rogue. I would like to get some work, at least the bottom watermelon done this year. So what I've got done are some ants and some of the grass. And that's it. And I've got it in a
mesh bag.
I actually bought it from Sandy's Cross Stitch on the Go, but
okay, it's a Lori Holt one.
Yeah. So anyway, I always want to say Fat Quarter Shop.
Well, you can get those from Fat Quarter Shop too.
So, you done?
No, I'm fixing. No, I got some more in my bag, but I got Gus on my lap.
Hold on just a minute.
Up. Well, now he's sitting.
What did I not mark off?
Now.
I got 2 missing, so I'm gonna have to show them at the next one because I only have 1 left to show, and I got 2 missing.
Really? Because I got 1, 2,
why don't you do
4, 5.
Okay, why don't you do a few
7,
and I'll take
8,
him.
9, 10. I got 10
I thought
left.
you said you only had 32.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, how do you have 10 left? We didn't do something right.
I didn't do 12. I guess I did. Oh, I know. I started with just 6. I'll start doing 2 again then.
You might.
I only have 7. We have 1 left. All right, here. So you take Gus.
Come here, Gus.
And this part will be the Sallie show.
Oh, yes.
I counted wrong when I counted down there. All right. I'll go through kind of fast.
I could go and look for the missing one, but...
If you would like. Okay, so the next one is not much of a start. And it was a free pattern by Tiny Modernist. It's the Back to School Biscorn U. And the only thing I've gotten done, oh wait, I did start stitching on it. And yes, there's a hanging thread, and yes, there's a needle stuck in the middle.
Hanging thread of the last one.
But there
It
you go.
shows it's a work in progress. That's all.
That's what I have done. There's an apple and a star. Okay, and that was the Back to School Biscorn U by Tiny Modernist. And oh wait, I got one more page up here. I think it's on the first page. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Then we have the April 9 patch. I had hoped to finish these the year I got them. It didn't happen. It's on a 28 count Mystery Lugana. And that's how far I am. And it's by Primrose Cottage using the called for DMCs. I did not use the called for fabric. I used what I had in my stash. So I'm on the April one. And I'll soon be finished with that one. The next one in a bag and made by me. That is a It's So Kelly pattern that she made. But then there's my bag. So this is my Island Sunset. It's a full coverage by Artisy. I do not have a picture of it because I did not bring my tablet, but that's how far I am. And it's about 10%. So it's not a huge piece. It's on 18 count dark tan Ada using DMC. All right. Then comes, here's my purple ornament. You saw the cover of Angie's. Yeah, I'm doing mine on 20 count. Ada died by a company that doesn't die anymore. And that's where I am. And since it's 20 count, it's one thread. So there are blends in there. So I have to, the first number, you'll have some stitches. And then, so the first number will do the half stitches, the bottom half, and then the second number does the top half. This is Carter's Grove, and I have a picture of Carter's Grove. I took a picture. I found a picture of it on the internet. My family and I toured it when we were in Williamsburg one time, but I'm not sure where my picture is. It's a building. I mean, it's a house, so it obviously. Interesting. All right, Sallie. I know I'm just overlooking. Oh, there it is. All right, so this is what it's going to look like when I finish it. And I started it this summer, and this is as far as I've gotten. Here we go. And I dropped something. I think I dropped a magnet, so I better grab that.
Yeah, I don't want Gus eating it.
No. There it is. I heard it click.
No.
All right, that would not be good because, well, we could take another magnet and run it up and take it out. Okay, I'm almost through.
I just have one. So
Okay, well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, keep going.
All right, and so this is, and you can get a copy of the list you were asking about, Angie, because I got the book. This is Summer Quaker by Lula Studio. I'm doing mine on 32 count Heritage by Picture This Plus, and because I wasn't sure, I didn't measure again. I started in the middle. And like Angie was saying, well, I haven't done the fish yet. I did the jellyfish, but here's my progress. That middle is full coverage. And I do plan to do the, well, most of it's full coverage. Some of the sky is not, but I do plan to do the mermaid because mermaids don't bother me. And that was my progress on that one. And then, did you find something else? Oh no, you're getting ready for the last one.
The one.
All right, this next piece, here's my beetles. And you saw the cover, and again, I started in a different spot. Well, we call it beetles, it's yellow submarine. I started in the middle because I'm using this, again, a piece of 20 count, over dyed. It's a 9x9 piece, it's perfect for this. And there we go. And there's some half cross stitches. I'm using 2 threads for that, and then the rest, the full crosses are 1 thread. And I figured that psychedelic pink and green would be perfect for the beads. Oh, wait. Okay. My next piece is it's not Kaleidos, the Vivaldi Cat by Kitty and Me. And it's stitched on a piece of 28 count millennial fabric called Acai, A-C-I-A. I guess that's how you pronounce that. And that's as far as I've gotten. But I love the detail in the eyes. Alright. And my next one is a Mill Hill kit. It's the Snow Globe. And it's in a... I got the frame from Stitch and Kitten, but it was probably made by P&B Making Memories on Etsy. And I'm working on the base. And then I'll have to do the beads. I'm going to do one more, and then you can flip yours in, and then I'll do the last one. My next one is, it's not my oldest WIP, but I had this pattern a long time ago, and then I went on eBay, and a lady in the Pacific Northwest had it, and she sold it to me for $15 plus a piece of fabric. So it included a piece of fabric. But this is Angel of Love by Lavender and Lace. I'm using the called for DMC and Fancy Flosses, and it's on 32 count linen by Witchelt. That whole bodice is beaded. So I have all the beads. And here is where I am on it. I haven't stitched on it since the last time I showed it, but that's been a while. So the head, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do the other wing or if I'm going to rip it out like Brenda the Handwork Maniac did. She didn't put the wings on hers. She didn't rip them out, but she didn't put the wings on it to begin with. I kind of use the wings as a placement. And it is that Witchelt linen, so it's rather stiff. Oh, excuse me. Okay. And it's kind of loosey-goosey, but there's the head, and I've got all the dark blue cape done. But where you see some openings in the cape, that is this gold DMC thread, which I'm dreading using. So I think I'm going to go next to her arms. This is going to be my focus for next year. I know we aren't doing plans, but I do want to get it done. Because it is pretty, and I like it, and anyway. All right, go ahead, Angie, because the last thing I have.
Okay.
And then we've got
I can't count.
Again?
I can't count. I counted these whips, I don't know how many times. I could have sworn I had 20 here. I only had 18. So, I only had 16 actually, because I've added 2 that weren't even on the list. So, I still only have 20 whips. I don't know how, but that's the way it happens. I have 20 check marks now. So,
what do you have?
My last one is has a bag from my 6 for $60 finish that Sallie made into a bag for me. This is Mighty Wonder Whale by Al Forrest Embroidery. And now Mighty Wonder Whale is very prim pattern. Of course, I changed all the colors because I can't stand prim. So here's what my version of the Mighty Wonder Whale. Also, I took a lot of the Quaker stuff all off of it. I just wanted it to show that it takes a whale to feed a village, basically. The old Alaskan saying. And I love this bag. And inside this bag is a pattern that I am really loving the way the whales are turning out. This is Celestial Orcas. And I started this in August for my birthday month when I did Any Whale with a Whip. Any Whip with a Whale. Celestial Orcas is by Needle Lot Designs. It doesn't have a person's name that I can see. It says Needle Lot Designs. So that's the one that, and I'm doing it on, who knows, Rogue Lavender, 16 count, and here it is so far. I've done the front half of the Big Mama whale. Look how beautiful that whale is. Those purples that are in there. Oh, this pattern is going to be so gorgeous. And I'm going to cut out a lot of these. These purple things right here on the pattern, they're actually half stitches, all these purple waves and stuff. But because I got mottled fabric, I'm just going to do the white stars and stuff on it around the whales. And see how that looks. I think it's going to be beautiful. But look how pretty that whale. I just can't, I stare at it all the time. It's just gorgeous. This whole pattern, I think, is going to be turning out so fine. Now, the two that I'm missing are Patriotic Star, which you might see as a finish the next time because I've been working on it because of Great British Bake Off, and the person that I've got Great Patriotic Star has really been doing very well on the first 6 episodes of Great British Bake Off. I never can remember how to say that.
Just call it GBB.
And I'm thinking I might have to switch to another project in that book. The book was from Little Dove Designs. So
No, Little Stitch Girl.
Little Stitch Girl, that's right. And I'm going to have to probably change to a different pattern because I think I'm going to finish that star pretty soon. I really wanted you to see it before it was a finish, but you might see it as a finish next time. The other one I'm missing is the reading tracker, which I quit tracking for a while. I started it on my birthday month in 2023. It was not one of my 6 for 60. I actually started the month before and stitched the shelves so I could start stitching the books on there. I got the top shelf done, and then I kind of, doing book after book after book after book. I'm not a repetitive stitcher, so I let it go. And so that's the other one that I'm missing. And if and when I find them, I will be showing them.
Gotcha.
The next Flosstube, one way or the other. So I have 20 whips.
Well,
did you have to
this
add
is my last
anything?
one. Nope. I brought all the ones I had. No, there's 3 we got to show in a minute. But my last whip that I'm currently working on, because I've been working on it since January 1st. I do know the start date for this one because I started it January 1st, 2025, in commemoration of my 60th birthday year. And it has 24 pages on it, and I am on page 13. And if you watched our last video, you saw my progress, but I will show it. I'm just going to show that half. I'm not going to show the whole thing. Well, maybe I will. Angie likes for me to show the whole thing.
It's the WIP Parade, so you need to show, because you didn't have this
Yeah, I did.
started last year.
Well, no, I didn't. I said January 1st.
So this is a start for this year.
It is. And so there's page 13, what I've gotten so far. I've got a few more motifs, and then I'll move across. And I can't see what I'm doing. So let's pull it down a little bit. There we go. That's the rest of it. So that's the top 6. That's 12 pages across the top with the 13th page on the bottom, which is where I'm working on right now. 28 count mushroom Lucana, 2/2, DMC.
I would never have been interested in this project, even looking at it, because all I saw were blobs when people did it on 40 count, and I couldn't see what animal. I could see an animal had 4 legs, and that was it. Otherwise, I couldn't tell what kind of animal it was. So I love seeing on this 28 count over 2.
2/2. I like the intensity of the color.
Gorgeous.
It's DMC. I did not go with the overdyes. The pattern calls for 1/2 on 28 count, but I like the saturation, the color saturation.
I hope you're going to make a wall hanging or something out of it.
I am going to have that thing framed professionally.
Good.
I've got to save it up though because it'll cost me an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
So the last 3 pieces that we have are the 3 pieces that we deemed August 1823 stitchers pieces. Because I stitch on a little while, Angie stitches on a little while. We go back and forth with
Each
it.
Flosstube, we flip them back.
Right, we do. Now we're not going to flip them today because this was an extra.
Yeah, because we just did a Flosstube last week.
True. Well, the first one that we have is Coffee Magic. Well, I call it Coffee Magic. It's called Coffee is Magic. I think Angie found the pattern. I've got a mock-up of it. So it looks like this. Now, when we started, Angie sent me the picture and she said, "You want to do this together?" I said, "Sure." I said, "You pick the fabric." So then she turns around and sends me floss colors. And I'm like, fabric. So I let her pick. So I said, "Okay, you pick the floss." And then we went to barefoot shortly after that. And I picked the fabric. So the floss is, 2/3 floss. 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 2/3 flo 3848. DMC 3840. It's a pretty teal color. And the fabric is Purple Rain. It's a 16 count by Barefoot Needle Arts. And basically what we're going to do, what the plan is, because we both have them have it in Pattern Keeper. I'm going to stitch the side that has the dragon, and she's going to stitch the side that has the whale. So that's where we are right now. We can't really tell you what percentage that is, even though it's in Pattern Keeper, because when we send it to each other, it doesn't send the whole amount. Because I know we were at least at, what, 18 or 20%. I don't know. So it's my turn to work on it, so I will work on the side where the dragon is. I figure we just split it down the middle, and that should make it about even. But I love this purple color. You can't. It looks gray in the picture.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It
lavender.
Yes, it's called
pretty.
Purple Rain for a reason, and it's got some slight modeling. It's not.
It's not as
heavily
modeled
modeled.
as it's showing.
It is showing it. Yes, you know that's the thing. Modeling usually shows up really, really a lot.
Now you'll notice we didn't iron our pieces.
No,
we don't iron, and once we start the piece, we don't iron until the piece is finished and ready for finishing.
Correct.
For full finish.
That's when I whip out the iron
We don't
and
like
iron board.
flattening the threads and all that other stuff. No, and taking a chance. And no, we don't do that stuff. So, the second one we're doing together is Emerald City by Al Forrest, and I went and looked on Etsy, and they had this. One of the sellers had this Emerald City bag. Let me get the strap out of the way. Look how pretty that Emerald City is.
It is pretty.
And it's a pretty project bag, and I don't know what we're going to do with this bag once we finish Emerald City, but that's a long way down the road right now.
Correct.
So, we're using Egyptian floss that you have.
Well, it's floss I bought from Amazon.
Floss?
That's what you put in on here. Oh, here's our cheat sheet. You wrote Amazon threads because I don't know. But are they fluffy?
I think they said they're Egyptian, and they're fluffier than DMC, so they cover better. And this is 16 count, isn't it?
Yes, a 16 count peridot Ada from Fiber on a Whim. Angie stitches Ada on Ada fabrics. As you can tell from my WIP Parade, I stitch on whatever I choose to stitch on.
So
Mainly Lugana though.
we'll see if I can.
Oh, let's show the picture.
Oh yes. It's the picture is a printout from the computer.
Yeah, and it's
not
Al
very
Forrest
well
embroidery.
done.
They set it up as a stitch along, and then Angie and I went through and just divided up the parts because there were certain things she didn't want to stitch, and there were certain things I wanted to stitch, and then what was left over is Angie said, "Here, you stitch that."
Jen's Stitchy Corner, I believe, set up the
I
sow.
think so.
And we do it on a Facebook page, and that's what I like about that sow is it's on Facebook and not
Oh.
Instagram.
I need to join that then,
Yeah,
so I can see the progress.
it's Jen's Stitchy Corner Emerald City, I think it's called.
Okay.
And we're going to be setting up the same kind of sow starting the new year with.
But not
funny
Emerald
creatures.
City. It'll be something
But
different.
it'll be funny creatures, and we're going to use Facebook because neither one of us can really get comfortable with Instagram.
I have an account, but I never check it.
We're along the bottom,
Mhm.
and I did part 1, and Sallie did part. What was it?
I did
Whatever
the
mice
mice
and
and the
poppies.
flowers, the poppies.
And then I did part 2, and so Sallie's got it back, and she's going to start on wherever she's going
I'm
to
gonna start on the gates of the Emerald City, but I have to go to the Wicked Witch to get the placement.
Okay,
She's
well,
a bucket or something that I can place.
we found that white doesn't really work well on this fabric, so I end up changing the Good Witch or the Witch of the
Yeah,
North
that's the
or
good
whatever
one.
she's
The
called.
one, she's in purple or kind of lavendery
Yeah,
instead of pink.
26 and 31, which are still in the bag if you need to change your
Yeah, they
whites.
are.
And
Okay.
then Dorothy is supposed to be white with a blue dress, but I changed it. I switched around to blue with white on it.
Well, her in the movie it's blue and white
Yeah.
plaid. It's like a gingham
Yeah.
with a white apron.
So, since white doesn't work, you may see some changes in this pattern. But that's our prerogative. We can change what we want
Exactly.
to. So whatever works for
Stitch
us.
it the way we want to
So,
stitch it.
I see you already got the tree done. So
The tree was already done.
oh
It was in the mouse. It's in the mouse pattern.
oh okay.
All right, bag.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll take it back home.
After we take a picture.
Right, we're gonna take a picture.
Okay.
Okay, and so the last one we're doing together is a long dog sampler called Count Your Blessings. And Angie saw this, Crafty Emily was stitching it, and she changed some of the colors to brighten them up. So I went on and I said, we could stitch it together. And she's like, it's a sampler. I don't do samplers. I said, well, yeah, you do. You just don't necessarily call them samplers. So we brightened up some of the greens, and Angie's going to stitch that part. I had started.
And the gold.
Yes, we did brighten up the gold. So I started in the upper right-hand corner. No, I didn't.
No, left-hand corner.
Sorry. It's up the left-hand corner. I was like, I don't start in the right-hand corner. I'm right-handed. I start in the left-hand corner with samplers because usually they've got a border. Mm-hmm. And so I've stitched this part. We decided that we would stitch a short and a long side of the border to make it fair in the stitching. So one is not stitching too much. And it's my turn to do some stitching. So I'm going to take the border across the top all the way and do some flowers here so I can get to the inner border so then Angie can count off, because I told her she could do the Bargello part. Because she changed the colors in that to brighten them up. Mm-hmm. And so that's it. And our gigantic olive project bag is
martini.
They are martinis, yes. It's 2 drying mats sewn together, and you need a heavy duty machine to do these. Now the ones from Dollar Tree are thinner, but these came from TJ Maxx.
And it's definitely gigantic.
It is, yeah. They're 2 nice sized drying mats. I mean, it covers the screen practically. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, it was fun to play with. Because you didn't have to do a liner, so I got a liner. And that, I do believe,
is the end of our WIP Parade.
Yes, that's all of our projects that we have on the go. That I'm taking into next year, along with a bunch of new starts. So
we've got one more Flosstube this month.
We're gonna try to get one filmed before the end of the month, an update. So you'll see some of these pieces.
A regular Flosstube.
Worked on a regular Flosstube update, not an extra. We appreciate all of you coming to view. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to.
And for now, we're when we get off here, we got to take pictures of all these.
Yeah,
projects.
We're planning on taking pictures, so we'll have a progress, because I don't want to have to go and screenshot everything on the video, because I don't like editing as it is. So
I don't know. I know we do a Google Doc in the description below for our projects that tell the name of the pattern, the design, the fabric, and the threads, and even the series name if we remember to put that on. But,
right. And it's all 3 of our Google Docs, the Angie's, mine, and ours. It should be, everybody should have access to that. I made it. I didn't make it private. I shared it. That's what I missed.
On mine, when I finished them, I highlighted them in yellow. So that's why they're highlighted.
Yeah, done a lot better on keeping up with that than I have. I need to go back and check that out.
This year, we started last year. I watched the WIP Parade from last year, yesterday. And we started, I know my thing was no more than 25 and 25.
Right.
And I didn't go over 25. And I wanted to do a couple of starts, but I decided to wait till after the WIP Parade because there'd be 2 more I had to show. But I'm getting some antsy, wanting to do some starts. So it's, can we do, I know we have Google Docs below. Can we do photos, attach?
I'm not sure if we can or not. I don't know how big they would be, and I don't know if it would make the Google Doc too big. I can play with it though.
Yeah. Not put it in there, but actually attach the file where we have our photos.
Well, if we upload the photos to whatever
file,
we could put it in a Google Slides.
Yeah.
And then that's not a bad idea. That's not hard to do.
Yeah.
And then upload all the pictures to Google Slides, and you could do a slideshow. You could click on them
where we were at the beginning of the year.
True.
And then
next year when we do these again, you'll see, or if we choose to do a mid-year one, I don't know. We'll get to that one. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
This was a lot. So.
It was, but it's running about the average length of our.
Yes, but still,
we didn't chatter a whole lot.
I had to do a lot of finding projects that I hadn't worked on in a while, and I still have 2 to find.
Well, I have several. I have these baskets, and I have a lot of kitted up they're ready. All I get is grab the bag and go.
Yeah.
So I've got those that I want to start too. Anyway, I did not start the 12 starts that I was going to start this year.
It may be that we had election day yesterday, and I wanted to do patriotic, but I didn't actually work on patriotic, even though I'm working on Patriotic Star, which is missing right now. I didn't work on a patriotic day like election day. I wish all the veterans, like you know, we are so grateful to you for all you've done for us, the way you serve our country, and we're sorry for the way some of you get treated when you get home. My dad was one of them, so I understand.
Vietnam, they treated, yes, it was terrible. And I remember after 9/11, after Iraq, Iran, Kuwait, whichever it was, I was worried that they were going to treat the people the same way they treated the
they didn't though. They were pretty good about it.
Yes, they were.
The public was better about it, but we still don't give our veterans enough credit, and we don't give them enough help when they get back. So
correct.
We just want to let you know, veterans, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. And if we don't see you before Thanksgiving, we wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
In America, I know the Canadian Thanksgiving is a different day than ours.
I think they already had theirs.
I think they did. Excuse me.
And I think Australia did too, if they have one.
But I know over in England they don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, ours is based on the Pilgrims' Landing.
Well, yes, so and the reason they left because of
whatever
they were being scorned over in England.
1492.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But that wasn't the Pilgrims.
But he didn't land on Plymouth Rock.
No, he did not.
Until it was
Columbus didn't land on Plymouth Rock.
England came in 1692, I think it was.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Anyway, that's what our Thanksgiving is based on.
Yes, the Pilgrims coming and surviving the winter with the help of the Indians.
With the help of the Indians and everybody sitting at the table together. So
yes.
It's another important thing that we should do for our Native Americans, because it's Native American Month this month.
That's true.
Or whatever we're calling, whatever the politically correct term is for
I have no idea.
But anyway, we wish you all...
That was Columbus Day is Indigenous Species Day.
Happy, whatever.
Or Indigenous people.
Thank you all for whatever services you've given. And we'll see you hopefully one more time in November.
With an update.
With a regular
update.
So you've seen what I've worked on because I've done the WIP Parade. So we'll start from today, and so we'll probably be a couple weeks before we do anything. So with that said, we just want you to remember that you are stronger than you know.
Bye.